Welcome to this briefing on where we stand with COVID-19, reviewing global impact, the current landscape, and strategic priorities. Over the next slides, we'll touch on emerging variants, evolving therapeutics, long COVID challenges, surveillance pivots, vaccine R&D, and equity initiatives, giving a concise picture of risks and responses, and what actions are most critical for continued recovery. This slide highlights the NB1.8.1 Nimbus Omicron lineage, first detected in January 2025, with initial reports from China. Early clinical data point to a distinctive, severe stabbing sore throat on swallowing, while hospitalization and mortality so far show no clear elevation versus prior Omicron waves. And the strategic implication is the need for genomic sequencing and targeted testing to track rapid spread and changing clinical presentation. Long COVID is a multi-system syndrome with over 200 persistent symptoms reported, affecting cardiac, neurologic, and immunologic systems, and causing dyspnea, palpitations, cognitive fog, fatigue, inflammation, and autoimmunity. Cohort classification efforts use weighted risk indices to identify highly symptomatic cases, and longitudinal data show heterogeneous trajectories. Some remain stable, while others worsen over 15 months, so early recognition and monitoring are key. The socioeconomic and clinical toll of long COVID creates severe functional impairment for many people who become house or bedbound and unable to work, travel, or perform daily activities. Diagnosis is complicated by fluctuating symptom clusters, lack of validated biomarkers, and difficulty securing disability recognition, while lost income, caregiver strain, and rising healthcare costs make this a major public health challenge beyond acute cases. Early-stage therapeutics focus on three antiviral cornerstones: remdesivir, given intravenously, oral molnupiravir, and the nirmatrelvir ritonavir protease inhibitor, with an efficacy window that favors starting treatment within 5 days of symptom onset. Continuous genomic surveillance is needed because spike and non-structural mutations can reduce drug efficacy, so a multi-drug strategy and combination approaches are recommended to forestall resistance. The therapeutic landscape continues to evolve with targeted approaches for hospitalized patients to curb hyperinflammation using dexamethasone and tocilizumab, and JAK inhibitors like baricitinib, providing an additional layer for severe disease with oxygen needs. Monoclonal cocktails lost activity against some subvariants, so next-generation broadly neutralizing antibodies and selective immunomodulators are entering trials to address variant evolution and long-term threats. Scripps' low CITT study demonstrates a decentralized remote model for drug repurposing trials, randomizing about 1,000 U.S. participants to weekly tirzepatide or placebo for 1 year. Data collection is fully remote, combining weekly symptom surveys with continuous wearable physiologic monitoring, and the study aims to identify safe, scalable therapies while accommodating patients too ill for site visits and accelerating accessible clinical research. Traditional case count metrics are becoming unreliable due to declining PCR submissions and rising home antigen use, creating underreported, fragmented views of spread. The strategic pivot is toward an integrated surveillance ecosystem that combines genomic sequencing, wastewater sampling, electronic health records, wearable sensors, and patient-reported outcomes to generate earlier, more holistic signals of variant emergence and severity shifts. Current mRNA boosters like XBB and JN.1 provide strong protection against critical illness, but breakthrough infections persist and transmission continues. Updated formulations reduce severity, hospitalization, and death, but don't fully prevent infection. Future vaccine R&D is focused on pan-coronavirus and intranasal approaches to stimulate mucosal immunity, reduce viral reservoirs, block transmission, and mitigate both acute waves and long COVID sequelae. Global health disparities are prolonging the crisis. Limited vaccine access in developing regions increases prolonged circulation and mutation risk. Diagnostics are unequally distributed, and therapeutics remain restricted in availability. Strategic initiatives like regional manufacturing, tiered pricing, and technology transfer are essential to enable rapid, localized deployment of variant-adapted vaccines and antivirals, and to protect global recovery. The current landscape centers on ongoing Omicron evolution, monitored for transmissibility and immune escape, while long COVID remains a persistent, disabling condition without proven therapies. Therapeutic approaches today mitigate acute severity through antivirals and immunomodulators, and repurposing trials explore persistent symptom treatments. Sustained control depends on coordinated surveillance, adaptable vaccine platforms, and equitable distribution to prevent new surges. For action across sectors, clinicians should stay current on variant trends, screen for long COVID sequelae, and refer suitable patients. Policymakers should fund integrated surveillance, support flexible vaccine platforms, and remove global access barriers. And individuals should maintain vigilance by using timely testing and antivirals and keeping vaccinations up to date, all working together to reduce impact and accelerate recovery.